Hi everyone, John here back again, this time with a brand new video because I said I'd be doing more football videos. It's just finished the FA Cup final. Hi John. Hi everyone, John here back again with a new video. It's the end of the FA Cup final, which saw Chelsea beat Man United 1-0. I did say before the game that it would be 2-1 to Chelsea, but I knew Chelsea would win it. So let's talk about the game. Two very, very interesting lineups. I'm not going to go through the lineup because I can't be bollocks, to be honest with you. But the game, the first half, not a lot happened. I mean, there was, but not a lot really actually happened in terms of anything really to talk about. I mean, the goal was the only goal of the game was scored on the 16th minute. It was a penalty. Phil Jones went into Eden Hazard. Legitimate play for the ball, apparently. I'm not convinced. He was booked for it and was given a penalty. He wasn't the last man because there was someone running on at the same level as him, so it couldn't have been a sending off for those two reasons. That apparently it was actually a play for the ball, and also he wasn't the last man. One of those decisions I agree with, the other one I don't. So, but as I say, the first half, Chelsea were all over Man United to a degree. I mean, the football from both teams wasn't brilliant. There was a lot of loose balls. I can't say the ball was given away because, to be honest, the majority of the balls that were apparently given away were by Man United, but the Man U players hadn't woken up. They just weren't seeing the passes, whereas the Chelsea players were, and that was time and time again, which is why it irritates me. Oh, the ball's been given away. No, it hasn't. The opposition read the ball better than the other players. You know, that's the thing. That's the whole point. But as I say, for the first half, not a lot going on. There was a couple of other decisions in terms of challenges, but there weren't penalties in any shape or form. They weren't exactly dives either, but they definitely weren't penalties. Michael Oliver, for a change, actually had quite a good game, this one. Now, the second half completely changed the game, completely changed. Man United were on the ascendancy just before the end of the first half. So at the start of the second half, on the 69th minute, I think, Alexis Sanchez was offside, but he scored and it was ruled off for offside. Again, correct decision. And then, as I say, later on in the game, there was a big call. Sorry, it was on the 69th minute. I can't remember what time the Alexis Sanchez goal was on, but any Man United and Chelsea supporters, by all means, let me know in the comments. I'm talking purely as a neutral here. On the 69th minute, this is the whole reason why football pisses me off nowadays. Ashley Young is running to the ball where Victor Moses is, and Victor Moses passes the ball into trying to get the ball into the box. It bounces off Ashley Young's hand, and everybody's calling for a penalty because it's handball. I'm sorry, but bollocks. No, there seems to be a forgotten rule in the handball rule nowadays that the arm has to be in an unnatural position, and I'm sorry, but Ashley Young's arm is in a natural position. He's running for the ball. He's slowing down to get it. He turns to try and block the ball. Granted, there is arm movement, but he's turning to try and block the ball. He's about 2-3 yards away from Moses. Boom! It hits his arm. Everyone's calling for a handball. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Now, a little bit later in the 83rd minute, I think, Paul Pogba is clear, has a perfect goal scoring opportunity to make it 1-1, completely misses the target. Beautifully taken header, just completely misses the target. It wasn't poor contact. He made contact. It just wasn't goal bound, unfortunately. So, guys, sorry for those who are neutrals that are watching this. We've got unsufferable Chelsea supporters again for another year, saying, "Oh yeah, we won the FA Cup." Yeah, but you didn't. You've got a Europa League finish. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a good game to watch. Really enjoyed the second half. First half, not so much. It wasn't a typical FA Cup final. Not even nowadays. There isn't really anything called as so-called. It's called the so-called FA Cup final. I mean, even when we won it on the day I was born, it was all guns going, but there wasn't that fast paced. The second half today, as I said, was very, very fast paced, really, really good and much more entertaining football, much better football from both teams. Passes were more accurate, and challenges were more accurate. Phil Jones had a cut to his head from a challenge on Giroud. Fair play to Phil Jones. He played on until Mata came on in the last few minutes of the game. He came off the pitch, had a bandage put round his head and black masking tape by the looks of it round his head, and so he played on. As I say, he needs to cut out that shit with it when it comes to his challenge, his defending, because that was I do not want to see him doing that in the World Cup. Really, really don't want to see him doing that challenge in the World Cup that led to Hazard's penalty. Really, really don't want to see that. Other than that, what can I say? It's an FA Cup final, beautiful weather, really great atmosphere, beautiful ceremony for Ray Wilkins, flags at both ends of the ground for their respecting for the photograph pictures of him when he played for Chelsea and picture of him for when he played for Man United. So very, very respectively done. But yeah, it's Chelsea. Chelsea won. So yeah, FA Cup won the title last season and won the FA Cup this season. So they're going to be insufferable, as they always are. All the woodwork Chelsea supporters are going to be coming out now. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the game. Thanks for watching. And next weekend, I'm really, really hoping to be able to do the championship playoff final video, and also the Champions League playoff, Champions League final review video as well. So keep an eye out for that. That will be coming. Any other transfer rumours, West Ham related, will also that I feel it needs to be discussed, as the Ginge one was earlier. There's obviously more information that's come out since then, so I just want to go into that in a bit more detail. In the previous video and in the description below as well, I will be putting out a link for anybody that wants to join on the change.org petition to get Collins his well-deserved testimonial. The club is coming out saying that he was notified verbally a couple of days before that email was sent that he was going to be released. Technically, because we've got a new manager coming in, the FA have been notified of all players that are the FA have been notified of all players that are now out of contract, which is what that was all about this morning. Even though they only have until Tuesday, I think, to actually notify the FA. But as I say, hopefully if a new manager comes in, hopefully that manager will listen to the supporters and sign him up for another a pay as you play contract, which Ginge more than more deserves. Yes, there is going to come a point now when he's going to need to stop playing. He's very, very close to that. Ginge, of course, could retire from being released, or he could have his day in the sun with Cardiff before he retires. We don't know. He has said in the past that if he leaves West Ham, he's not going to play football again. So that'd be interesting. But anyway, guys, as I say, there's more information on that. So thank you very much for watching. I'm not sure how a 9-minute video of the FA Cup was going to happen, but it has. If you're new around here, thank you very much for subscribing. Also want to say just really, really quickly, thank you very much, guys. I've had 2 new subscribers today. So 3 in the space of a day and a half. Thank you very much. If you like what I'm doing around here, please subscribe. Feel free to leave your comments in the comments below in terms of how you felt as the FA Cup final went. Chelsea supporters, is there anything better that your boys could have done? Man United supporters, is there anything better that your boys could have done? At least scoring a goal. How did you feel Pogba played? How do you feel Sanchez played? How do you feel Hazard played? I mean, for me, Hazard was brilliant. Very, very good, as was Rudiger and Azpilicueta. Cahill, where the fuck has he been all season? Hope he does start doing a bit better than that, better for that in the World Cup coming up. But anyway, as I say, I'm gone. It's 10 minutes in. Thanks for your time. Like, Please remember to like, subscribe and share. Ta-da.